Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A Tuesday standoff in Rockford ends with one person dead, another in the hospital. Police pieced together what led to a nearly 12-hour lockdown in one neighborhood.
Classes start soon and Rockford Public Schools are hiring. This time the job descriptions go far beyond bus drivers.
And a little girl's kind gesture inspires a local fire department to do something special. Her handwritten note leads to a not-so-typical emergency response. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. The man responsible for yesterday's neighborhood standoff in Rockford is dead.
Police say it looks like he shot himself. Officers responded to reports of a shooting at 4th Avenue and 12th Street around noon. They found a 48-year-old man shot several times. According to police, 31-year-old Michael Willis shot him. Willis then went into a home on 4th Avenue and barricaded himself inside. Willis left in a vehicle but came back and shot at the victim again. Police were at the scene and had limited communication with him. Around 11 last night, after an extended time with no contact, SWAT team members entered the home. They found Willis dead. The shooting victim is at a local hospital in stable condition.
Inflation rates hit a 40-year high in June. Prices at the grocery store saw the largest one-year increase since 1979. Eggs are up 32% from last year. Milk, chicken, and butter are all up more than 15%. AAA says gas prices are down almost 40 cents a gallon in the past month.
Inflation has hurt businesses. Owners of a Machesney Park cafe say that's why they're closing. The Baking Grounds North's last day open will be this Sunday. Since the shop opened in April 2019, the owners say the prices of ingredients have tripled. They also say the state's rising minimum wage has hurt them. The owners say the decision to close was a hard one.
But one of the biggest heartbreaks for us is the community. Not only the people that have come in day after day, week after week, but also the employees that we've grown to, it's like family, the people that we serve and the people that we work with.
The owners plan to stay in the area and open a barber shop.
School is still out for the summer, but the biggest district in northern Illinois is focused on jobs. Rockford District 205 held a job fair. We already told you about RPS's search for bus drivers. The district also needs substitute teachers and paraprofessionals. Some positions have signing bonuses up to $3,000. People interested in becoming teachers can also get some help earning a degree.
You offer the opportunity to work 9, 10, 11, and 12-month positions. So if you're looking to have the summer off, again, the school system is a great place to do that. And there's a ton of upward mobility and career potential within there.
Schools across Illinois expect shortages. A recent nationwide survey found 55% of teachers say they're considering leaving the profession. The Belvidere Fire Department undergoes constant training to be better prepared. A recent session caught a little special someone's eye.
Nikel Delgado spent the day at the Belvidere Fire Department. Nikel?
That's right, Eric and Mimi. The Belvidere Fire Department has been training at a house for the past few weeks. They're learning hose line advancement and primary search techniques. During training, neighbors often stop by to see what they're doing. One neighbor was a young little girl.
They went out to the garage and they were writing the note and they were Googling the words. They didn't want any help from us.
6-year-old Kaylee Lowry says she has always wanted to be a firefighter and wanted to show her appreciation with a handwritten letter.
They were just working so hard.
You wanted them to know that you appreciated it?
They're helping our country and our city.
In the letter, Kaylee said that she wanted to be a part of the Belvidere Fire Department when she grows up. Belvidere Fire Captain Chad Cunningham says she is a brave little girl, and that is what makes a great firefighter.
I mean, we read it and it all touched us a lot. I mean, it's why we do this job, for things like that.
Captain Cunningham says they were all surprised and touched by the letter. Some made copies of the letter to hang up.
Stuff like that really helps us recharge and get going and stuff like that. And if you're having a bad day or something like that can just change it around for us. So we do appreciate it.
The Belvidere Fire Department was so touched and surprised, they wanted to do the same to her, giving her a pink fire hat, a bag of goodies, and of course a big hug from Sparky.
It made us very proud. It was super exciting for them, something they'll never forget. It really, shows how good Belvidere is.
Kaylee and her family hopes the rest of the community shows appreciation to the hardworking firefighters. Eric?
Thanks, Nicole. Local gardeners give back through the U of I Extension's Plant a Row program. They held a kickoff this morning at the Edgebrook Farmers Market in Rockford. Plant a Row asks gardeners to plant an extra row of fruit and vegetables to donate to local food pantries. Organizers say it's a way to give people access to fresh produce.
But it's important to us because it allows the food pantries to have a selection of fresh fruit and vegetables to add to what individuals normally take away, the boxed food, canned food, and so forth. So just their ability to have healthy, fresh fruit and vegetables is very important.
Plant a Row started as a national campaign in the 90s. It was brought to Winnebago County in the early 2000s.
Now to the spike in COVID cases nationwide, driven by Omicron's latest subvariant BA.5. Doctors warn it's more transmissible even among those who are fully vaccinated or who've recently had COVID.
Morgan Norwood shares expert advice on how to avoid infection and what medical companies are doing to provide protection.
The highly contagious BA.5 variant now driving the once feared summer surge of COVID cases in America.
It is certainly the most immune evasive. What we're seeing is people who were previously infected getting reinfections at high rates, people who got vaccinated, let's say last year, having a ton of breakthrough infections.
The nation now reporting more than 118,000 new cases per day, up 11% in the past week, marking the highest daily case average since mid-February. And CDC models predict that hospitalizations are expected to increase in the weeks to come as this BA variant continues to spread.
Anytime you see hospitalizations go up, obviously deaths go up, we pay very, very close attention. We want to avoid serious illness. The best way to avoid that is for people to go out and make sure that they're up to date on their vaccines. If they have not gotten a shot in 2022, they should go and get one.
Large metro cities, including New York and Los Angeles, are bracing for the wave, urging residents to mask up indoors and in crowded outdoor settings.
Better safe than sorry. That's what I said. It's a simple thing to put on a mask.
But experts maintain that vaccinations and boosters are the best defense, as they say this subvariant may be able to evade pre-existing COVID immunity, even for those who were infected in the first Omicron wave. Moderna says it's developed a booster that provides more antibodies against the BA.4 and BA.5 subvariant than its current shot, 1 month after injection. The drug maker plans to submit its data to the FDA for review later this week, but those new shots likely wouldn't be distributed until the fall.
The virus is still out there evolving, and we got to stay on our front footing here and continue to battle this thing.
And the White House is signaling that the FDA and CDC may expand eligibility for a second booster. Right now, it's only open to those over 50. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, good evening. Welcome back. If you can't tell, we were having a good conversation here right before we came out. You know, I have to say a big thank you to Salamone's for always providing the food here for our Weather in Your Backyard. And we've got some special guests joining us. Rosalie here with Salamone's. Talk a little bit about why you guys wanted to. And I should mention, if they look like you're seeing triplets, we've got sisters here, so we all look alike. But, you know, tell me a little bit about why you guys wanted to get involved with Weather in Your Backyard, because it's the third week. It's been very successful weather-wise, and of course with people entering, because, you know, I mean, who wouldn't want to have a big fest in their backyard?
Right, exactly. Well, we wanted to do it because we really want to get our name out there, and we want people to try our food. And, you know, the Cherry Valley location's been in business for 22 years, but there's still people that don't even know we exist. So we thought, let's get our food out there, let them taste it, let them fall in love with it, let them come see us. So
I think there's a lot of falling in love with the food too here, and you know, you guys bring out some wonderful dishes for this every Wednesday. Tell, you know, if somebody's thinking about, well, I'm not 100% sure, go ahead, enter to win. What's some of the food that they can have at their house?
Well, I mean, we'll like to mix it up a little, but typically we like to bring the pizza, and like tonight I brought our new Tuscan chicken, which is my sister Rosie's specialty. So we run that on Saturday nights, and it's a tomato cream sauce with spinach and sauteed mushrooms, and it's delicious.
I can say we are outside and it smells delicious. I mean, the smell when you guys came around the corner, we could smell that. You've got two locations. Where are those locations?
So North Mulford Road in Rockford, and right downtown Cherry Valley. It's just about 2 minutes from Cherry Valley Mall.
And not too far, actually, from where we are right now, because we are in Cherry Valley.
We are in Cherry Valley. Yes, we are.
All right. Anything else you guys want to quickly add at all?
No, just thank you. Thank you for letting us sponsor this, and this is great.
Yes, and as I mentioned, the weather has been wonderful, and thank you guys for coming out here this evening.
Candace, you got us out of the restaurant. It's a plus. It's a good thing. Right?
Yes, exactly. Well, we have got some pretty nice weather too, and tonight is going to be a good night as well. We've got just a couple of clouds out there this evening. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera here. You see some of those cumulus clouds kind of popping up. Not really expecting any rainfall. In fact, we're going to stay mostly rain-free. We've had some showers kind of develop down to the south of us as our temperatures today have made it into the upper 70s and lower 80s, a little more on the muggier end, but as I mentioned, cold front came through early today. A couple of showers, a few thunderstorms. Satellite and radar shows those down to the south. We may see an isolated shower south of Rockford, but that'll pretty much be it. As we go through this evening, Futurecast shows our skies will begin to clear out. Temperatures, as a result, will drop down into the 50s, so a very comfortable start to our Thursday. We'll see plenty of sunshine, just a few clouds for tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures similar here to what we've had these last couple of days. Best part about it, though, dew points are going to be in the 50s, so a lot more comfortable for tomorrow, and that wind will stay light from the northeast. It'll shift around to the southeast tomorrow night. That'll bring in a little more cloud cover once we get into Friday. Friday morning, we do have that chance for some showers and even a couple of thunderstorms. We get into a little more of an active pattern here once we get into the weekend, and you see that on Futurecast. So Friday starts some changes here as we get into the weekend. Now let's talk those dew point numbers. As I mentioned, we've been in the lower 60s, so a little bit of moisture out there. By the time we get into tomorrow, those dew point numbers in the 50s, but by the time we get into Friday, with that wind shifting around to the south, you'll start to notice those dew point temperatures climb, so the humidity does come back here once we get into the weekend. We've got a little more of an active week ahead as that ridge of high pressure off to the west of us. That'll kind of allow these storm systems to work in from the northwest, and that keeps that rain chance going here as we get into Friday and then again Saturday night into Sunday. So that 7-day forecast, as we look at that, temperatures near 83 degrees for tomorrow. We see the 70s for Friday with the rainfall, 80s a little more humid, guys, as we head into the weekend, and then we've got a little bit of a warm up briefly here as we get into early next week.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
Where are those W flags? Because it's been a while. The Cubs are gearing up for the series finale tonight with the Orioles, but last night's game kept Cubs fans quiet. Cubs with the momentum early in this one. All-star Ian Happ takes Jordan Lyles deep right field for the solo home run. His 9th of the season. Cubs take the lead 1-0. Second inning, Alfonso Rivas with a base hit up the middle. Nico Horner scores. Cubs lead 2-0. But it would all go downhill in the 4th inning. Orioles trail 2-1 until Ramon Urias, a deep pop to left field, a long home run, and Orioles take the lead, and they would keep it. Orioles win their 9th in a row, 4-2. The Cubs get another crack at Baltimore tonight at 7:05. The Milwaukee Brewers were in Minneapolis for a final one with the Twins. With today's 4-1 loss, they split the series. Things were tied at 1 heading into the 9th, but a Jose Miranda game-ending 3-run homer put the Twins ahead. The White Sox split yesterday's doubleheader with the Guardians. They'll have one more chance to tie things up tonight. It will be Lucas Giolito with the first pitch at 6:10. Kyle Davidson has made it very clear that the Blackhawks are undergoing a full-scale rebuild. And he was not kidding. 6 more names were added to the roster today with the start of NHL free agency. The Blackhawks signed forwards Andreas Athanasiou and Max Domi to 1-year contracts, both of which will cap at $3 million. Athanasiou captured 17 points in 28 games last season for the LA Kings. He's been one of the fastest players in the league when healthy, and that's the brand of hockey Chicago is trying to build. Domi recorded 32 points in 53 games for the Columbus Blue Jackets before being traded to the Carolina Hurricanes. And in more free agency news, here are the rest of the names signed so far today by the Blackhawks. Colin Blackwell, a forward from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Alex Stalock, a goalie coming from the San Jose Sharks. Brett Seney has skated in 55 career games with the New Jersey Devils and Maple Leafs. And Luke Phillip just finished his 3rd season with the Stockton Heat, the AHL affiliate of the Calgary Flames.
Candace will have a final look at weather in just a moment.
But first, here's what News Nation has planned for later.
Tonight, yes, all your worst fears are true. Big tech is sharing your information with the government. Plus, we're seeing just how long it will take to reverse the woke prosecutor movement. That's On Balance. Here's Dan.
Thanks, Leland. Tonight on Dan Abrams Live on News Nation. Outrage over the release of the Uvalde shooting surveillance video. Local officials condemn it, saying the family should have seen it first. The local media claims they released it for the families and citizens. Spare us all the phony sanctimony. Both the local officials and the local media could have shown it to the families first. That's tonight on Dan Abrams Live.
That's coming up on the cable and satellite stations you see here. You can also head to newsnation.com.
The good food, the good conversations, they continue. Our skies will stay dry. First Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More, down to 56 tonight, 83 for tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending a little of your time with us. Stay safe.